All right. Welcome, big family. It is good to be back. It's been a while since I've done one of these. My last launch was a little more informal, so it's been a while since we've done an official Zoom. And unlike most of my Zooms, I have the pleasure of having pretty much my entire upline, who's been with this company for much longer than I have, and knows a lot more about the intricacies of the program. I have the pleasure of having them on today. God, there's four of them. So we have Mansa, we have Malik, we have Steve, and Buster. So you'll be hearing from a couple of these guys later. They'll be showing their back offices and and kind of going into some more detail where I don't really have as much knowledge. This is well. Let me start with the important stuff, so my lawyer doesn't get mad at me. So I am not a financial advisor. I'm not a financial planner. I'm not a certified financial anything. I am in no way allowed to advise you or tell you what you should do with your money, nor would I even if I could. I am strictly a successful first entrepreneur and then moved into becoming a successful, very successful investor, and now have my own investment group where I just show people what programs I've found that are making me money. This whole crypto forex world is a crazy space. There's a lot of scams, a lot of crap, and a lot of bullshit out there. But between all of that shit, there are some diamonds and some amazing, amazing opportunities to make some incredible money like no other industry, as far as I'm concerned, in the world, and definitely not in the investment space. Um, so I found these. I have a team that I use to vet these opportunities. I do a lot of research and vetting before I even get involved. Then I get involved myself. I test it myself before it even comes, to you. Um, and this is one that to be honest, I kind of slept on for a little bit when it was brought to me. I was busy with other projects that I was about to launch and just really didn't have the time at first to look at it when it was first brought to me. And then when a number of trusted people in my circle had brought it to me, I said, "Oh, time to really, dig in and take a look at this opportunity." And once I did, I was extremely impressed. And I still did, at that point, I passed it off to, my team that vets these, and we still did our research and vetting and all of that. We didn't cut any corners. And then, and then I met, the guys that I'm going to introduce you to today, and they told me more about the project and walked me through their back offices and made me more comfortable. And then that's when I decided to, to get involved. I've only been officially on board with them for about 5 days now. I am launching a lot sooner than I typically launch a project, only because one, it's very, very solid in terms of the backing and what's behind it, and two, because you'll understand more when we get into the presentation, but there's a timeliness situation because some of the opportunities get sold out, and eventually all of them will sell out. So without further ado, I think we should just get right into it. There's basically two companies involved in this opportunity. One is called IXGlobal, and the other is called DEBT. DEBT is the company that provides the actual products and services, and IXGlobal is the marketing and affiliate partner of debt. So without further ado, let me dig into. Let's share my screen and let's get started. Now, the company debt actually had DEBT, which stands for Decentralized Eco-Friendly Blockchain Technology, actually has a number of different things, and IXGlobal also has different things, including trading. For the purposes of this presentation, we're going to really focus on the node portion of this, because this is where I think the biggest opportunity is with this company. But they are a bigger ecosystem than even what we're presenting. But this is just the biggest and most urgent of the opportunities. So I already did my disclaimer. This is their disclaimer. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but basically IXGlobal, its owners, officers, blah, 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 blah. They are not financial or investment advisors. They're not licensed to sell securities or investments. So this is not an investment. None of the information provided is intended as investment or legal advice, et cetera, et cetera. It's a typical, disclaimer. Do your own research. I should have put this at the beginning with mine anyway. Please do your own research. Yes, I spend a lot of time vetting these opportunities and testing these opportunities, but but it's also important for every person to, do their own research and make their own decision. So what does IXGlobal do? They offer education, software, and hardware. Again, do your own research, use the information contained herein at your own risk. Getting involved in any financial market involves risk of loss. IX does not promise or guarantee any income. Never borrow money to get involved in any business or market, and never invest money you cannot afford to lose. This is what is so exciting to me about this opportunity. As you guys have seen, the ones that are in my group, we don't have a lot of real crypto projects right now. They're all crypto in and crypto out for the various benefits, but most of them aren't really crypto opportunities. And the reason is because of what's going on in the crypto market. And the biggest problem in the crypto market right now is that there's not anything behind most of the crypto and tokens and coins that are out there. That's what is so exciting about this opportunity, this company. This is where crypto meets commodities. This crypto is backed by real life commodities. Oops. And they have real executives, a real corporate team, a board of directors, and all these people. And these are all real people. So you have founders and CEOs, president, chairman, vice president, chief marketing officer, brand ambassador director, chief strategy officer, and Ozzy, the person that our direct upline they'll tell you about, is in direct contact with on a regular basis. They're in chats together, and here's some of their highlights in terms of revenue and all of that. So now we're going to get into the crux of it. So we're looking at node licenses. So some of you are probably sitting there saying, what is a node? So blockchains, which, cryptocurrencies work on the blockchain, require nodes to operate. A node is a piece of software that connects to other nodes in the blockchain to create a network. Nodes are where the data is stored, received, and transmitted. They are crucial to network security and integrity. This is if you guys have heard about nodes before, this is a huge, huge thing because they're, again, essential for all blockchain activity. But what's so special about this one is they're backed by real commodities. So looking at the DEBT ecosystem, blockchain and cryptocurrencies can be complex and overwhelming to many individuals. For years, we've all been hearing about blockchain. Many of us want to get involved, but simply don't know how, or just don't know where because there's just so many projects. And again, most of them are not great projects. DEBT has taken the guesswork out of it. No fake meme coins here. Real projects tied to real assets brought to you in the comfort of your own home. So how does it work? You utilize DET's exclusive proprietary software. You're able to turn your computer or laptop into a portfolio of blockchain miners. This is incredible. By purchasing and managing different software node licenses, you can earn and you can also purchase and rent. So you have two options. By purchasing or renting, I should say, managing different software nodes licenses, you can earn rewards from several asset classes, all from the comfort and convenience of your own home. So how does it work? Step one, you purchase a mining license or you can rent a mining license. There is a number of options. You choose whichever one you want, assuming it's available. When your license is activated, you start mining. Step two, you earn rewards daily. Yes, daily. You earn rewards daily through the mining process. So every day you can see your rewards come in and you can see how much you're making. Now there's two main ways and probably a lot in between on how you can handle your rewards. Some people may use this as a way to make money every day, and every day they, cash out their rewards, turn it into some USDT and go use it for, turn it into cash or use it for something else. That's not the way I'm going to do it because I don't necessarily need a daily pay from this. I believe in these tokens and the future of these tokens. So even though we're earning decent daily returns now, if I don't sell them daily and I keep them, and they will continue to go up in value, hopefully. There's no, with them being back, they're basically penny tokens now. So there's really no reason for them to go lower. They should grow over time, not just because them being asset back, but also because there is a burn process that's involved, in this as well, which I'll explain in a little bit. And then step 3, you can withdraw your rewards and redeem them, their value for other tokens, additional licenses, or whatever else you want. And again, you can do that every day. You can wait till these go up, in months from now, or you can, watch it on a daily or weekly basis because there is some fluctuation, and you can catch it a little bit when it's on a high and sell and kind of go from there. So that's really up to you. I'm not going to watch it that closely because, as you guys know about me, I'm much more of the passive, guy. So I'm going to let it, I'm going to build up my tokens for a while. I'm going to watch it, but I'm going to build up my tokens for a while. I'm going to wait for this thing to make a run, because if it goes to 2 cents, 5 cents, 10 cents, 20 cents, you're going to make 2, 5, 10, 20 times the money that you made in the good money that you already made. So the same rewards, the same number of tokens will be worth much, much more. So these are the projects that are currently launched. So we have BLGD, which stands for Black Gold. We have NatG, which stands for natural gas. We have GROW, which is their agricultural project, which includes various agricultural projects, including some marijuana grows. We have DLG, which is Digital Line Gold. Hope I got that
Link
right.
Gold. Digital Link
Gold.
And that's
I knew you were ready to jump in because I knew I was going to get that one wrong. I can never remember that L for some reason.
Yeah.
And then we have Alum, which is obviously aluminum, and XPLR, which is Explorer. So, and I think I recognize that voice. I think that's my man Mansa,
Hey.
who is my uplines. I mean, he's the pretty much the top of our chain here. Who knows a lot more about this program. He's also going to share his back office with you later. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop sharing my screen for a minute. I'm going to turn it over to Mansa and let him tell you a little bit more about each of these projects.
Thank you, Josh. Can you guys hear me okay? I'm having some internet connection issues, so I had to hop on my phone here.
Yeah, we can hear you fine now.
Hear me okay? All right, perfect. Well, yeah, these projects are pretty cool. One thing I like about DET is that they've been doing their due diligence for, close to 10 years in the space. And one of their first coins that was released a year ago, which is DET, DEBT, Decentralized Eco-Friendly Blockchain Technology. That coin actually started at a penny. And today I think it's like $11 and some change. So the market is kind of down a little bit today, which is a good time to purchase right now. And they have just for DET alone, just that particular coin, you can actually buy the node for that one. I think it's $15,000 per node right now. And they have a system in place to where when you buy these nodes, there's only a certain amount of nodes that's available to purchase every year. So the next time there'll be a node to purchase would be in 2024, I believe. I think we have 1,000 nodes that you can purchase with that. But DET is connected to all the different coins right now. So when you purchase these nodes or rent these nodes, you're going to be able to convert them directly into DET and then exchange it on PancakeSwap. They have Gate.io, which is another exchange, and they're gearing up to put DET on Binance. So all this is gearing up to be on Binance. And once it hits Binance, turn the lights out. It's getting ready to go bonkers, right? So another project that's really caught my attention, the first one was called Black Gold, and then that's actually tied to oil. And that coin actually went up over 50,000% from its inception. It started off at 5 zeros and a 1, and now I believe it's like 3 zeros and a 4 or 5, right around there. So it went up towards, I think the max it was 110,000%. I mean, unheard of. And for those of you that want to know a little bit about me, I got in this crypto space in 2015, and I ain't never seen nothing like that, right? And I got Bitcoin at $130 a coin. And so I just stacked up on those and I was mining those. So I thought I was the man, but it was others bigger and better than me mining a lot more than I was. And so now I look at these projects right now, we're basically putting ourselves in that position when Bitcoin was starting off, when they had nodes. So guys, this is something that's amazing. All the projects are really solid. They're tied to real commodities, like he's saying. And and it's a lot of growth potential. The potential is amazing. So another project they have is called NatG. And actually, let me share my screen. Can I share my screen?
You should be able
Let
to,
me,
yeah.
okay, let me see if I can share. There we go. All right, guys. It says only host could share.
Which one?
Um,
Oh, here you are. I think I found you.
you see me?
Yeah. There you go.
Okay. Okay. Let me see if I can try now. Screen. All right. Can you guys see my screen now?
Yes.
All right, cool. Okay, perfect. So NatG, this is the one I went pretty heavy in on right here from the beginning. And the reason is because the price points, right? The price of NatG right now is, let's see, 0.0027, which the price point is right where I wanted it to be, under a penny. It has a lot of volatility right now, so you can catch it at its low. So I went in heavy and bought a bunch of these nodes right here. So I bought 62 nodes. And right now, the average price per node is $4.02. And that's because of the prices dipped a little bit. But I've seen it as high as $7, $7, right? So it's kind of low right now.
And you're
But I'm
talking
earning,
about the daily return.
yeah, the daily passive coins that I'm earning. So I'm not really worried about the price right now. I'm accumulating. I'm in the accumulation stage, right? So every day it's live cycles happening. So daily it's producing coins. So per license, it's 15,000 coins that's being accumulated here, right? And so since I have 62 licenses, just last 24 hours, out of the 62 licenses, I mined over 900,000 coins, right? So just imagine if that does the same, if it follows the same path of black gold and reaches, three zeros, right? I'll be a happy man. It's a $4,000 day, right? So this is one of them here. And one thing that you guys can make note of, once you hit $250, you can withdraw from your wallet. Okay, so that's one I'm pretty heavy on. I was able to buy like 3 of these licenses, and then the rest I rented, so I can leverage and get as many coins as I possibly can. Okay, so that was one of the first reasons why I went heavy on this one. And right now, guys, this license you cannot even buy anymore. And one thing about these licenses is once they sell out, they sell out. If they open up other countries and get to extracting natural gas, all those countries' profits and royalties go to this license. So you can rent these licenses right now for $250. I actually bought the license starting at $4,500. I bought another one at $6,000, and then boom, they're gone. Right. So that's one. There's another one called Explorer here. I went pretty heavy on this one as well. Got 27 licenses, as you can see. One license is bringing about 340,000 coins right now. Oh, not 340 coins right now, 349.45. And in the last cycle, I mined 9,327 coins, right? So again, I'm not worried about the price. I'm accumulating right now because this is the accumulation stage, right? So I'm accumulating, and every time you hit 250, you can withdraw and it go right into your wallet that you control the keys to. And one reason why I really like this project is because this is the first crypto you probably ever heard of that's connected to satellites, right? This scan technology is off the chain, guys. It can literally scan the earth and find out where's the gold, where's the oil, where's the commodities in the earth. And it pinpoints it down to about 5 to 7 centimeters away from the actual main vein, right? So this project is really set to explode here next year for sure. And these licenses are still available right now. I believe they're around $2,200 per license. So again, I got 27 of these licenses. The retail price is like $4,000 per license, guys. But that's with Debtbox when you buy it directly through Debtbox. Now, going through us, you're going to be able to get a wholesale rate, okay? Now, here's another one that I like really much. It's called Grow. And Grow is actually tied to agricultural stuff that's happening. Pollen seeds, all type of hemp, all types of stuff, right? And this is, I've seen this coin go up to, I believe it was $1.12. And I got in at 40 cents. Right now, we're at 67 cents for this coin, right? So for Grow. And right now I'm doing about 6.73 Grow coins per cycle per license. I got 12 licenses there. The retail price is 3,000. I think we're pretty much priced right there as well. So this is an awesome coin that you can, or node that you could purchase as well. That's Grow. And let's see, Black Gold.
Let me jump in for one quick second, because I just want to I want you to continue, but I want people to understand what they're seeing. And I want people to understand that even at these very, very low prices, you're still making this $4, $5, $6, $7 a day. In some of these, we saw you made $50 in the last 24 hours, 100 something in the last 24 hours, 200 something in the last 24 hours, even at the very low prices. Now, if you hold on to those coins and they double, which is pretty reasonable at these prices, now all of a sudden that 200 some odd dollars you made last night is 400 some odd dollars.
Right.
I just want people to understand that even though the price is so low, you're still making somewhere between $4 and $8 a day, depending on the coin and depending on the day. So you're still day after day making money, even without growth of the coin. And when the coin grows, the reason why Mansa and I are holding our coins is because we believe it's going to grow, and then it's going to multiply exponentially our earnings. I just want to make sure people are understanding what they're actually seeing here.
Yeah, make sure, don't forget that part, because that's a very crucial part here. This is pure passive, massive residual income at its finest right here. You're literally printing money right here. And whatever you're printing today, next year, it could be, the potential is 10x easy, to happen. Especially what's going on, how huge the team is growing, the community is growing. And in the next 90 days, I truly believe that this is going to go viral. So we're really in at the right time right now. And before the company even become a layer 1 blockchain, because that's their goal right now. They're in the process of actually taking this off the Binance chain and being on the debt blockchain. So once that happens, just pat yourself on the back for being at the right place at the right time, right? So this is Black Gold right here, guys. My last cycle, I did about 1,842 coins on this one here for just one coin. So if you had any of your nodes running on here, you'll be getting at least that, right? So I'm not really concerned about the prices right now, because I know that it's volatile, it moves. And so the whole thing is to accumulate these coins every single day, right? Let's go with Well, we can go with debt. Debt is producing 1.1. So just imagine debt is like a Bitcoin, okay? So imagine producing 1 Bitcoin per day when you're mining these nodes, right? So right now, the average price is $11.76, and that equivalates to 1.1 debt. So this license is the most expensive license that we have. It's $15,000 for one license, as you can see here on my screen, right? All right, so let's go to aluminum. Now, aluminum is tied to bauxite and a whole bunch of different things in the aluminum area. And I went heavy on this one just recently, just like a couple of days ago. And it's just been producing pretty good results. So 279 coins per cycle. I got 11 of these licenses. This retail sells for 4,000 per license. And then in the last 24 hours, I mined over 3,000 coins, guys. That is huge. And that's $50, right? In the current cycle, I'm already made 2,800 coins. So this is hot right here. You can still purchase this license right here as well. Okay. Let me see. Digital Link Gold is actually linked to real physical gold, guys. And I just heard the other day that they expect gold to go up to 14,000 per ounce. So imagine that. You can get this license right now for $1,500 right now on both sides. And it's not producing a whole lot right now. It's fragments of gold that it's producing. But once it hits 1 gram, it'll be equivalent to a gram of gold. And you can literally exchange this for physical gold. They will send it to your front door. Okay. So I got one license of this one right here. I own it. And I do plan on getting a lot more, especially from yesterday's news that I heard. Right. So that's pretty much all of them. And everything here, guys, you can literally swap out your coins right here. I can hit withdraw and I can withdraw my coins and they'll go right into my wallet. I do recommend everybody keep two-factor authentication on all their wallets. And again, you own the keys to this wallet. So you own the keys, you own the treasure. Okay. So yeah, so I'm really loving this project. This thing is getting ready to go bonkers, guys. And I'm looking forward to increasing my portfolio. So back over to you, Josh.
Awesome. Thank you. That was awesome. Wow. So I feel like I don't even need to do the presentation anymore. All right, we'll dig back in and we'll finish it up real quick. Although he definitely covered a lot of that in there. Again, the BGLD, this is one of the two that has already sold out. There are two that are sold out, and I understand that one is tinkering on being sold out, that it may not even last through this call. And I don't mean because of us, I mean because of it's just that close to selling out. This is part of the BLGD project. It's the Nebraska oil well. Some of the executives and some of the investors went and visited this physical property and saw what's really behind these projects. So really exciting. This I thought was so cool. They got an app on both the App Store and Google Play. So not only can you check it out on your computer, but you can watch it kind of all day long as it mines. You guys know that I love the passive aspect, but I like watching my money grow. I don't like to do anything, but I like to watch it grow. This is, literally every day. So you get to watch it every day. As he mentioned, these are the exchanges that they're listed on and soon to be, Binance. Here are the licenses that we talked about. BLGD and NatG are both sold out. There are rentals available for BGLD, at least as of the other day. I was able to grab one. NatG, I'm not positive because I think those might actually be gone. Grow and DLG, Illum, and XPLR are all available for purchase. Grow is 2,000, 1,500 for DLG. Illum is 2,250, as well as Explorer. And they're all available for rentals as well. So this is how the rental program works. So the daily return for each of the tokens or each of the nodes doesn't change whether it's a buy, whether it's a purchase or a rental. So if Mansa owns BLGD and I rent BLGD, we are going to make the same amount every single day. The difference is that his license for a purchase is for 10 years. I want to repeat that. His license is for 10 years. Now, I know in this space, some of you are thinking, these companies never last as long. But this company's been around for years already. And again, there's really projects behind it, real physical projects, real commodities behind this. So you will get that daily pay daily for 10 years.
And that's a minimum, Josh. That's just a minimum because these projects can keep going. It's perpetual, but they don't want to tell people it's forever, right? So they want to say, hey, minimum 10 years. And the way this is working, guys, is that, say, for instance, they have a well that they're digging out of. They're taking the profits out of those wells and they're splitting the royalties with the company. And then they're taking those royalties and then they're going to the project that it's designated to, and they're purchasing the coins, right? And from those coins, they're burning those coins and then taking another percentage and putting it into liquidity. So that's an ongoing process as they open up different countries or different locations where they're finding commodities out of, right? So it's constantly going to be
Growing and
movement,
expanding.
and
Yeah.
yeah, and a deflationary mechanism in
Yep.
place to continue. So right now you're getting 15,000 coins on your NatG, and it's going to have every year as well. So what happens when it halves? You're going to get less coins, right? So that's why I'm going super heavy on these coins, where it's under a penny right now. So back over to you.
Thank you. Great info. So in terms of the daily pace, the difference in the rentals is so that the purchase prices are all different, as you saw on the last screen. The rental prices are all the same. So every rental is $250, no matter which node you are renting. All of them except for BLGD are 60-day cycles. Why does it say 30 on two of these? I think that's a mistake, isn't it, Mansa? Aren't they all 60?
30 on BLGD. That's
yeah, because
30.
for some reason Alum and XPLR says 30 cycles.
Yeah,
that must be a mistake. Yeah, all the ones except for BLGD are 60 days. So you're paid that amount for 60 days for only a $250 investment. So why is the rental good? That's good for dipping your foot in the water, dipping your toe in the water. You don't want to spend a couple $1,000s. You want to see what it does. You'd spend $250 into the next 60 days, other than BLGD, which will be 30 days. You're going to get paid every day. It's also good because two of them, BLGD and NatG, are not available for purchase. So if you want to be involved in those projects, the only option right now is to rent it. So those are basically options. So the rewards daily, they will change daily, but they are no different for the purchaser or the renter. It's just how long you're being paid that amount. That's it. Buy your node. Take advantage of this great wealth generating opportunity and generate passive income. So while I'm still on my screen, I'm going to jump over and just show you. It's going to look kind of boring after seeing Mansa's, but I'm going to show you my screen. Which
next year they're going to be they're releasing at least 12 new projects next year as well. And there's an event coming up in January on the 14th in Salt Lake City. The main company of debt, they're actually both out of Salt Lake City, Utah. So we're going to get the chance to go and meet the owners in person. So everyone here is invited to come, show up. They're going to have a gala dinner there as well. So I'm already booked, ready to go. So, and they're going to release some good things. And they're going to also give a raffle away. It might be a $15,000 debt license. Who knows?
Nice. All right, let me share again. I just hadn't, as I mentioned, I'm new and I have not done the new safety protocols that are in place. So I just had to take care of all that, added two-factor to my Google, and now I'm all set. So as I mentioned, I've only been in 5 days. I rented one license of everything that was available to rent. So I did BLGD, I did NatG, I did XPLR, and I did Alum. And in 5 days, I've already made pushing $100 at the very low prices that these things are at right now. Because if you take a look at this, you can see it's a really down day in this market. I mean, some of these are down 15%. So that's the current value of what I've made, even though some of these are down. 15% is pretty significant. So even when that just comes back up to the normal level, it's going to be worth, more money. And I love it. It's a really great site. There's a lot of information, to see, all the different information on your different coins. You can click on each one and see what you made in each cycle, just like he was showing you in the phone version. And it's just a really, really, really great, program. And it's already making me some good money at what I would consider pretty crappy, pricing right now. I mean, the prices are really low and I'm still making good money every single day. And if I want to, I can cash that out, but I'm not doing that. I'm going to build coins and collect these thousands and millions of coins and then wait till it goes to, a penny, hopefully, or 0.01 or, something like that. And then start cashing it out. So, so that's really it. I really have to thank Mansa so much for jumping in, because I really think he made it a much more complete presentation. But what I like to do now, like I always do at the end, is just kind of open it up for people who have any questions. Obviously, if I can answer it, I'll answer it. But I have my experts on who will I'm sure field any that need be, and then we'll wrap it up. I'll get the video posted, and everyone else can see it who wasn't able to make it today. That's it.
I have a question.
There we go.
I was just giving a
Hey, John.
chance. Hey. So, just out of curiosity's sake, what did you pay to rent those licenses to yield that return, and how long would that actually go on for?
Sure. So the licenses each cost $250 to rent, no matter which license it is. They're all $250. And other than BLGD, they all go 60 days. BLGD is supposed to be the fastest paying one, so that one only goes 30 days.
Gotcha. All right.
So I check, I guess I could check the percentage now, but so, I mean, I've made about a little under what looked like a little under $100 on $1,000 investment, because I did 4 licenses at $250. So I've made 10% on my money in 5 days at really low pricing.
Mm-hmm.
I hold on to that. That should be worth, that same $100 should be $1.25, $1.50, $1.75, 200, etc. And then all of a sudden, when that's 200, now I made $200 in 5 days. I made 4% a day on my money. Hold on to it longer. Increases more in value, increases more in value. So
I have a question, Josh.
Sure. Hey, Nizar.
Hey, so I assume then once you rent and you earn all these coins, no matter whether you rent or you own these licenses, after the end of the rental period, these coins are yours forever.
Absolutely, 100%. You're earning the coins whether you're buying or renting. You're earning them. You're earning not only the same amount of coins every day as the purchaser, but you own them as much as the purchaser. You just don't own the node license itself, but the coins are 100% yours.
Right. What is the benefit then of owning the
10 years of payment? So if you do the math, right? So if some of these nodes right now are 2250, right? That's approximately 10 times, a little less than 10 times a little less than 10 times the cost of a rental.
Right.
10 times 60 days is less than 2 years. You're getting you're getting a minimum of 10 years.
On top of that,
payment.
On top of that, owning the licenses, basically, once all the licenses are sold from the debt box side and the IX side, then it turns into an NFT that you could turn around and sell on a secondary market or OpenSea.
About that part.
So that's huge right there. So it turns into an NFT that's producing, these coins as well. So you got a little leverage. And like you mentioned, for the NatG license for one right now, retail is $70,000.
Wow.
Just for one.
And when you buy the license for 10 years, that's a one-time payment for
Correct.
10 years.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So you had bought 4, or you were renting 4 right now?
Correct. I rented one of each of those.
So basically,
because to be honest with you, I want to test it and see what was paying well, and then what I want to buy. BLGD and NatG I rented because I don't even have the option to buy, but I was trying to decide because I've heard a lot of good things about Grow. I've heard a lot of good things about the aluminum project, and I've also recently heard a lot of good things about the Explorer project. So I'm just trying to kind of see how they're doing to decide where I want to, as Manta says, go heavy.
Yeah.
One good thing about the Explorer project is they're designing their own satellites right now in the process, and they got one going in East Asia right now, so that's going to be up. And then so they're renting from Google and SpaceX as we speak, and so a lot of the profits from Explorer is going to these companies. As soon as they complete their satellites, all those profits go into the project. And they've just discovered a ton of gold in Ghana in thousands of acres just with this project. So I believe that that XPLR node is going to be pretty expensive here coming next year. So right now you can buy the XPLR nodes for like 2,200, and I'm hearing that it's going up here in a couple weeks.
And one of them is about to or is already sold out. A third one. Which one was that again, Mansa? Was that?
You said there was another one.
There's one that I heard is like
aluminum.
Aluminum. That's what I thought. Right.
Yeah.
And if you buy,
and to be honest, that's one of the reasons why I wanted to do this, because sooner than later, by next week, it could be even by later today or tomorrow, aluminum could be sold out. And I kind of felt like we already missed on the black gold. We already missed on the Nat G. I just didn't really want to wait any longer because it's such a solid company and a solid opportunity that I just wanted people to have the opportunity to get in now if they want to so at least they can say, okay, I had the chance to buy that node before it sold out, or at least now be watching it and jump in when when you guys are ready.
Okay, so just I'm just trying to get a better understanding here. So I'm doing the math, and I'm going to give you the simple form of what I came up with, and then I want you to or whoever can explain to me what would cause this to fluctuate from the calculations that I did here. So if you have, you said you made almost $100 in 5 days. So you bought rented 4 licenses. So I basically divided that by, roughly 4. I came up with the number 24, sort of close enough to your number there, divided by 5 days. That's $4.8 per license a day. 365 days a year would be $1,752 you would make on that license. And if you were to purchase that, it would be $2,500 you would pay for it. Over 10 years, you'd make about $21,000 on that if you purchase that. So what would cause, obviously the value of that could go up as it becomes more in demand, and then it could exponentially grow from there, right? Is that what I'm hearing?
So there's Mansa, correct me if I'm wrong, or there's 2 things that I believe affect the amount of the daily rewards. The first is and I just found out the grow license is almost sold out. The first thing is obviously the value of the coin, each coin. When the value of the coin goes up, and especially at these low values, you're not talking about Bitcoin where it's got to go at 1,000 or a couple thousand to make a move. You're talking about most that are under a penny or around a penny. When those go up in value, it exponentially does that. But the other thing is because these are real projects that are actively doing whatever they're doing, like Explorer, the satellites are constantly working to find whatever they're looking for. The oil, black gold one is doing if they find something that expands the project, then that will pay out more money because there will be more of those earnings that Mansa said was going to be split between the company that's, let's say extracting the oil and and us. So it's both the value of the coin and the value of the project through what they're able to discover, because this is real commodities that they are, finding and accessing and, sorry, I don't know some of the technical terms, extracting, I guess, and whatnot. And even using that simple math, and even with this low, dollar amount, you're still, even at $25, which is, pretty, low because everything's really low today. And you times that, what it would be if it just continued like that for the 60 days, that's $300. Now, is that a ton of money? It's not a ton of money, but it's 20% in 2 months.
Yeah.
In 60 days. Yeah. And that's with no growth of the coin. And that's, I think, is usually pretty much the worst case scenario, because most people that I've spoken to, that are in this, both my upline and I know people who are in this who are not even in our, our group, because as I said, multiple people have brought this to me. They felt like 300, 320 is usually like the lowest that a rental is typically generating. And that's at the $4 to $4.55 range. A lot of these people have been seeing $5 to $7 a day, $5 to $7 a day times 60 days, You do the math.
Is
Or
there any,
$67 a day.
is there any, I'm not seeing anything, but is there, just for the sake of asking the question, is there any compounding opportunity with this, or is it just the continual draw? Would be my first question. The other question is, I don't know how many people in this are referrers. What does the compensation look like for referring the program? And then the third one is a question here in the chat was, do you make the same daily amount if you rent versus own? So sorry
Yes.
to throw those. Okay.
Yep. So I'll answer the last one first because that's how my memory works, and it was the easiest one. Yes.
Perfect.
So you're in the exact same amount every day. So like if Mansa owns a node and I'm renting one, we will make the exact same amount every day, except he's going to make that for 10 years at least, and I'm going to make it for 60 days.
Gotcha.
Unless it's black gold, and I'll make it for 30 days.
Okay.
The referral, I'm going to pass that one off to Mansa because I noticed as I knew you were going to ask that, and not in a bad way, but I realized it wasn't in the presentation. And I'm not sure why, but I do want to, address that. And the first question was,
Is there any compounding?
oh yeah. So there's no compounding in the traditional sense. The way I would consider the compounding would be when you have your earnings. So let's say when you have that 250 and you withdraw, you buy another license. Now, instead of making, so if you have one license that's paying you $6 a day, and then you make $250, now you have two licenses. Now it's making you $12 a day or $13 a day or $14 a day, depending on, what it's making you. So that would be the way to compound. And then of course the growth of the coin is not really compounding, but by holding the coin, I feel like in some ways is almost like a compound because you're waiting for the growth. And again, it depends on everyone's personal financial situation, because people may want to use this to, cash out, once a week and spend a couple $100, and that's okay too. For me, I feel like this is one of those where I'm going to want to keep it in longer because I want to see these coins go to a penny, 2 pennies, 3 pennies, and really see my numbers, exponentially grow.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep. And Mansa, can you or someone who is familiar with, on the team talk about the comp plan?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, there's probably a couple different slides in the back office that talk about the comp plan. But it's pretty cool. It's a unilevel type binary comp plan. And one thing I like about the comp plan is that they give these bonuses, these weekly bonuses when you hit volume. I believe the max you can earn in the comp plan is like 2 million. And all you need is 2 left, 2 right to maximize the comp plan. Right. And we can help you with, designing the comp plan for you, or so you can understand it. But all you need is 2 left, 2 right, and it maxes out at 2 million. And so you can earn up to 20% on your weaker leg, and then you get the fast start bonuses on the front end on the unit level for all your personals. Okay. So yeah, so I just made it to, I believe it's executive influencer. And that pays like $1,500 per week every Friday. They calculate the math. And I just needed to do at least 50,000 in volume between my whole team to get to that level. And it pays out $1,500 every single week on top of 15% of your weaker leg. Okay. But it starts off at 10 and it goes up to 20% on the weaker leg. And then you get the fast start bonuses of every person that comes in. But yeah, we'll go over that in a different slide so we can kind of have a visual.
And then these are the rank bonuses. These are the rank bonuses that he was talking about. So as you hit each different rank, you get a weekly bonus starting at 87.50 up to 200, 500, 1,000, 1,500, 2,000. And once you hit these levels, you get this every week. So every week you just make an extra couple $1,000s once you get up in this upper range, which for those of you that aren't good at math, that's 6 digits a year.
Oh yeah. And it accumulates fast.
Yeah, I bet. So here's the team commissions that he was talking about in terms of the right and left legs. As you can see, you get paid percentages based upon the weak leg volume, which is typically how these things work. And then here's how you would hit all the different levels. So how much volume you need, how much you need in your, max leg, meaning you can't have 80% in your, in your strong leg, how many different, clients you need to hit, each of the levels, what the bonus is, and then what the binary, residual is. There you
Yeah,
go.
and that page has a lot of the actual is based off of the membership, monthly memberships for that. You'll see how many people you need. It kind of breaks it down that way.
And when Mansa was talking about the back office and all of the resources that are there, this is what he was talking about. All the different white papers, presentations, membership information, comp plans, node information, ambassador flyers, all of this, everything you could possibly imagine. 47 different files in your back office for you to get all of the information on. That's where both of these presentations, the one I just clicked through, as well as the main one, is actually from. So anything else before we wrap up for the evening?
Appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
Yes, yes,
Awesome. Thank you.
I
Thank
have
you
a
all for
question.
coming. Oh, yep, yep.
Yeah, I have a question if you can
Yep.
hear me.
Yep.
Okay, let's say, I mean, these coins are there to grow because there are real life projects behind them, correct?
Correct.
So, and from what I understand, we can buy these coins and sell them in multiple exchanges, correct?
You could buy them on Pancake Swap.
Oh, you can.
And you can
Okay.
also, once you download the debt wallet, you could send over USDC or USDT, and you could swap them for the coins as well.
Okay.
Okay.
I
So I
understand.
can. So if I'm not interested in renting or buying a license, I can still buy the coins and hold on to them, hodl them for
inside of the wallet.
or inside of the wallet. Okay, yeah,
Right.
that's what I wanted to know. Thank you very much. Thank you.
No
Greatly
worries.
appreciate it.
No worries. Anybody else? All right. Well, if that's it, I want to thank all of you for coming. A big, big special thank you to Mansa and the rest of my team, who has been much more quiet just because Mansa's so damn knowledgeable. But Malik is on, and Buster and Steve. We have a great team, that's behind you as well, that knows a lot of information. Mansa knows so much himself that most of us, were able to most of the rest of them were able to be quiet this call. But and I'm really, really excited about this project because I believe, like the other ones that these days that are in the portfolio, this is a long-term project. This is not something that, how much money can we make the next 3 months or 6 months or a year? This is something that will be around for years to come. And I think by getting in early-ish, we're not super early, but still early, by getting in early-ish, I think, and by, hodling these coins, I believe that, years from now, these could be the real life, that actually have value, Doge and Shiba Inu and all that shit that you can really make money from. That's not a meme coin that really has, something behind it. So I will upload this video later tonight or tomorrow. I will put all instructions and my link in the group and in the chat. If I'm not the person that invited you, please make sure you get to them, to get their link, instead. But obviously, I will have all the instructions step by step, as I do for everything, for the process. And that's pretty much it. So as I always tell you guys, family, I love you. Let's go big together. You guys have a great night.
Thank you.